What's up, folks? Yeah, I forgot to update that episode. So I think that that gives us something to work on tonight. Wanted to build a way to manage that screen. But the cool thing is, check it out. Fable 5 is back. Just came out today, or just came back today. You can use up to 50% of your weekly limits on Fable 5. Then it runs on credits. And then after July 7th, it'll run on credits too. And it says it draws down much faster than Opus 4.8, which is true. So, I used it once before. I built a couple of apps with it, and I'm going to try to play around with it tonight. I want to extend this app that we were working on last stream, this band producer. If you don't remember, it's our long-time app we're going to be working on that it's kind of like our AI producer. Does a lot of things, or it will do a lot of things. But right now we're just sort of getting everything set up, scaffolded. Still compiling. We'll check it out in a minute. This is built with Wails IO, so it's like a Go-based Electron. I'm a big fan of it. I've been using it for a couple of years now for various applications, but here we go. I think another thing I want to do too is change his name. Brand producer just sounds really bland. So to start out with, let's actually do that. Let's go down to Sonnet 5. Just come up with some new names. So I don't know if anybody's in chat. I don't know if you got any ideas for names, but here, maybe the way to start would be to go to my README. Attached is the README for my application. Let's come up with some new names. Let's give it a person's name similar to Alexa or Siri for our own AI producer. Let's see what Claude comes up with. These are rarely good answers, but it doesn't hurt to check it out. I'm not going to waste any Fable credits on this part yet. I do want to build out a few more things though. So like I was saying that the episode slide, my intro, I want to update that to where maybe in the stream planning section, and I might change this just to say streams, because planning seems to imply things to come in the future, which yeah, it does going to do, but I also would like for it to capture things from the past. Maybe just change it to streams, but no. Let's see what we got here. Marlowe. Active who sees everything. That's so stupid. Dex. Short for director. Snappy. Weak word friendly. Bad. Mira is the Latin. Baxter. Really. What's the name? Man. Ren. Dex. Maybe just Bax. Dex, huh? I like them Dex. Let's see. Dex, Baxter, or Bax. I like these, and you come up with others similar. Colfin, Reed, Ash, Gray, Jax? Jax. I kind of like Jax. That's kind of cool. Roman for shortened to Row. That seems like this would wake a lot more often than I'd want to. Rip. Barks call Q. Q's not bad. I used to know a guy named Q. He was a wild man too. Bo, Wes, Otto. But this wake word be triggered too often? Do what I think. My scene switcher is working here. So what I want to do this time, or I used to I still have 3 monitors, but I'm only having the quick switch between 2. So I think it might make it less confusing as far as like which screen is what. I could do like the slide in and out, but the problem is the camera. Jax, Barjax, jack it up, jack of all trades. Nash. I don't like that. Just be hey Jax. I like Jax. AAX. Okay, so now what we want to do is back over here. Let's do this too. I'm gonna go PowerShell. Just have PowerShell as admin. Okay, so directory was Claude brand producer. Sure did. There are other things on it's brand producer. Claude permissions. My dumb idea. Roll back on this. Same, I think. Whatever. Okay. Wait, or is PowerShell as admin just Commander's admin? Yeah, see, this is actual PowerShell. Let me. Okay, so. last brand producer. Okay, Claude. Skip permission. Okay. That looks better anyway, kind of. Still kind of jacked up right here. Take it though. All right. So let's change our application so that it longer named brand producer. We should now call it Jax. Shouldn't take too long to do, but I'll probably have to go like rebuild the configuration within GoLand in order to get it to run, because I need to change directories and things too. Excuse me. While it's doing that, I want to GitHub here. Public. Alright, so done. Look here, on my directory is still going to say brand. Okay, it says Jax here, which I guess is better. Actually, change it into logo though. Shit. There we go. Oh, there's so much white space. Whatever, that's fine. For profile, what do you mean? Oh, it's good. database. Oh, that's a good point. Where database? Okay. Linked. Directory. Go ahead and change this. So should be left navigation. Let's the we should have section cards asterisk or planning. Looks like higher up. DB scope, which data should yeah. Object. Okay. Let's just do 2 cards for now. This is probably going to annoy me, and I'll probably have to come up with a finally. Ooh, current stream or like live stream. I think that's what going on. Active stream. Stream should. Okay. Section should. Everything in place. Oh, we don't have to have watching them all. Right here. We're doing. Let's go. Open up PowerShell. Oh, what the fuck was that already coding? email. Neat. There, get who am I? Get. All right. So because I just created a repo because I wanted to like separate my personal stuff from this. All right, here. There. Oh, there it is. All right, so desktop. Main. Good job. And oh, awesome. Okay, so I need a key. Hold this over here for just a second. Wrong server. So if this is he's already in you. Okay. Key. What's happening? Other users have. Oh, I need to create another one. All right, let's com. Okay, so that. GitHub. All right, let's see what's happening. Windows doesn't like the path IDs. Paths that I up a little. There we go. Right. Windows evals not. Let's see, this should be all over. Oh, for fuck's sake, man. All I'm trying to do is just add an SSH key for the project. Oh, is it because I'm... Shell as admin. Awesome. PowerShell for admin work. Hell's PowerShell admin is. Hey, there we go. Product and produce. I'm trying to add an SSH key, which is why I have it off screen. Oh no, second. Oh, can we? Using ChatGPT for like these 20 minutes. Christ. Fucking terrible. It's just like based on how you use it. Shitty. Fucking thing. Sure. Yeah. Boom. Back here. All the repo that I just created, which is like gone. Not in. Wait, what the fuck? Oh, right, because this is will make. Chance. E. X. Cool. Initial commit. Public. Fantastic. All right, cool. So I will just leave it over here now. So 21 minutes. All we were doing was go light application. Sure, what's taking so long? Okay. Now I'm gonna have that there. Should be able to close the application, restart it, and it should stay there. Yeah, okay, cool. And stream videos, channel sources. You are not live right now. All right, so let's go and our settings, services, OBS. Fucking server settings. Full server. 5, okay. Requires a password? What do you mean? Ah, sick. Connected. Dashboard. Streams. Oh shit. Says we're live. I don't want to like go offline to test it, but pretty dope. All right. Array drop frames. I don't think I have that data. Oh, I do. All right, so here's where we get to have some fun. Audible. Fable. Yeah, switch to Fable 5. Okay. Let's just see what it can do, right? I mean, normally I like to go through and give it a lot of context about like what it is we're doing, some documentation, some references, all that sort of stuff. Let's just see what it can do on its own. So if I go to my settings and services, you see I've got Twitch, YouTube, and OBS connected. I want to, and I know with Twitch and YouTube, I'm gonna have to go create like an application. At least with Twitch, I'm gonna have to go create an application for the API. YouTube is probably a pain in the ass, so you have to go through like Cloud Console and do all that, and yuck. But let's do this. So go back to here. So our model's set to Fable 5, and in our setting, we have connections to Twitch, YouTube, OBS Studio. I would like the functionality. So I need to pull metrics, data, information for my active live stream for both Twitch and YouTube. I should also be able to retrieve metrics and data from yes. Well, please wire up the entire API. The entire API. And add the features and functionality needed for all relevant information regarding the live stream so that I can build out my live action. Do tells where the data API such a broad term. It would be great to aggregate total amount of across all channel. stream to YouTube and Twitch. We'll stream to additional platforms later. Maybe we even detail specific channel when selected. All right, Fable, let's see what you can do. I mean, it's a bunch of bullshit, but we will see how far it can take all of that BS, what it can do with it. So while it's doing that, I am going to go grab something to drink. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Like we're still stewing over here. I know I'm gonna have to go create a Twitch client. Which merchant locked. Oh. I like how Google's like, you can start for free, but we need to charge you $10. Okay, cool. I got my first project. I'm gonna do this. Project name is Google Makes Me. Yeah. Set up the accounts now. Whenever I am ready, anyway. Let's see what I need from both Twitch and for YouTube. Let me go ahead and take. So I'm looking at. I think I should. Live? Is that another one? Separate one. I really want both of these. Claude should tell me when it's done. Been cooking for about 9 minutes. It might be going for a little bit longer. Fable, so we'll let it slide. Curious at how much my usage is right now. Even that bad so far. I'll show you. %5 for the current session. 2% for all models for the week. It just reset. I haven't used my accounts. Started it playing the stream, so. Oh, and yeah, 1% of Fable. Half of it. Nice. Alright, cool. Cool. I guess we'll just wait here. For me to feed. Oh shit, here we go. Data API v3. Okay, so let's restart. Okay, if we go to our services, Twitch, an app. I'll launch my native browser, which I'm not really interested in. So client ID. So I'm already here. I've got station. Tells me I need 8 YouTube and Twitch. Say there's a different, might just be a form. Fallback URL, also register application. I'm sorry, it's OAuth reader. Back to it. Might be it. Wires are. We'll see what Claude says. Go. Great. Actually, fantastic. Okay. Put his logo. Public. Need to name Artie. Next. Sick. All right. Then I'm now connected to Twitch. Awesome. Fuck it. Let's see what we got on YouTube. Instructions. Code console there. Put it there. Here's I've enabled, no I haven't yet, so I'm enabling YouTube. Right. Off platform. Oh yeah. Same thing. Extra. Journal. Create credentials. Service. Oh, right there in front of me. Credentials. It's applications. Eat what? TV. Jax device. my client ID. Pull this over here. Son of a bit. Secret? Oh, there it is. Did get the secret. To the code. Developer approved testers. Okay. Oh, there it is. I have to add my own account. Oh, that makes sense. Right. Where is that? Yes. That's you. Look. Alrighty. Try this again. Asking me to like enter this code. I had to add my test user, my user. First, Google hasn't verified this app. Okay, cool. Continue. Continue. Success. Sick. There we go. Connected to YouTube and Twitch. Not connected there. Connected there too. Dashboard streams. Why not live on? Okay. Cool. Could not check for active YouTube broadcast. I'm connected everywhere, but YouTube says could not check active YouTube broadcast. However, I am live. Live. To check. Different higher scope. That's sick. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do too. I'm gonna put like a little status bar at the bottom that just has like how many people are watching, like aggregated across all streams once I get it working. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Okay, it says looks like there's something going on with this, so no new API or scope is needed. Covers that. This is a bug. How I call the problems actually. Did it? See in here. Settler one with byte next and points. Includes persistent broadcast. That's certainly what you're doing. Okay. All right, done, eh? Seriously? Okay, that's a problem. When we save the S to or which accounts, we need to keep the saves. Come on, Claude, you should have known better about that. All right. That's cool. Goes it now? Pretty tight. Thanks, AI bot. Ooh, I know what we can do. So how we have our garden name. Should like pull that over here. Jax will still be the application. I think that'll having the logo and the name or channel or brand or whatever would make more sense. Top of. Plan, go live, review.
Listen to that. Couldn't you make a song written by a machine sound so beautiful, so beautiful,
Should also have an OBS section. Should section. Actually, wouldn't OBS make more stream section? There we have name and our dead if we the idea would be that here we kind of get, well, in the hero section we get like the live data, but I also still want to be able to like plan a stream and do all that stuff, so I can do things like, you know, set the next episode, like that title card that I forgot to update this time. Automatically handle. And a subtle status bar at bottom of status 5. So
Could you make a song written by a machine sound so beautiful, so beautiful?
just finished doing what I think so. Start here. Because my restart's gonna have the status bars. So let me just that stuck. Like that didn't. Yo, what's up? Electron K6R, what's up, man? How you doing? I am building an application for my stream. It's like a longer term project, one that's going to go over, I don't know, I mean, probably lots of live streams, but the idea is that I don't have a whole lot of time to work, really make content. The idea of this application, kind of friction, going live, but also like creating content. I want to like use Whisper to have transcripts, build documentation. The application, although I haven't shared the link to it yet, it is public, so like anybody would be able to application. Yeah, it's just kind of a way for to like build this application. I like building stuff, and but also to sort of show my workflow of how I'm using AI and how I'm using agentic coding and Claude code and servers. I built a lot of custom MCP servers. I first stream showed off Box, like a development engine, so on a bit newer, but it's open source and pretty sweet. But it just took so damn long to like give it a prompt and have it do it and debug, so it wasn't really good content for the stream. So this is like my or the project that I wanted to start from scratch. So like if you go back to my previous I started this like full way through, but right now I keep YouTube, Twitch API, and hard to hear me. I just need to come closer because my should be up all the way. Yeah. I just need to speak closer into my microphone. How's that sound? Is that better? And do I need to re-explain everything? Do need to increase. Let me see if I can do this for my. So I think the problem really is my input with my microphone. I don't know. Is that better? I think it is better. Okay. Not sure if up or down. Bring it down. Oh, it's all about the same. Looking at the levels. Yes. I don't think these knobs I'm turning has it. Whoa, it's like. Okay, cool. So, alright, I think this is a. Oh, there we go. Should be a little bit better now. But yeah, it's an open source app that I'm building to like reduce friction from me being able to create content, live stream, and do all that fun stuff. Oh yeah, I have a very limited amount of time to stream. I work a full-time job, have wife, kids, all that stuff, so it's not a whole bunch of time. I got a lot of good ideas, but and like little bits throughout the day and times throughout the day where I can plan things. So the idea would be like I can plan some stuff, and this application will just make it easier to organize things and just to kind of keep everything get running smoothly. And we're using Fable 5, just came back today, so I'm pretty stoked for that. Currently it's building a status bar. So like I'm working on a status bar at the bottom of this app right here, so it like shows me. So if I go to my streams right now, I can see that I've got 2 total viewers. I'm live on Twitch and YouTube. There's my uptime and code settings. You know, some info about my stream, which. And then if I click Twitch, there's Twitch. It's kind of cool. OBS, some info there. Ooh, that's see, this is a problem that I'm gonna have to figure out maybe in another future stream. I only have like less than 40 gigs of disk space left. For my job, I do a little bit of everything. Go is not primary, but it's what I prefer to work in. JavaScript, TypeScript, Node. I do a lot with React.js and Drupal, so I don't know if you're familiar with like Drupal, the content management system, but I work heavily with that. A little bit with WordPress too. But yeah, I've been working with Drupal for like the past 18 years at this point. In the past few years, been dealing more with Next.js and headless Drupal specifically. Yeah, full stack dev for sure. I normally don't work on the Windows, so that's another thing too. Windows is just because this is it's a little easier to set up my stream from Windows. So I was doing this. I also work, I mean, my day job I'm working on for my Mac laptop, so it's like everything's in there, and I've got like a KVM switch that I kick over to and use. But yeah, I usually switch between Windows, Linux, and Mac OS daily. I mean, I use all three every day. All day, every day. Like right now, I got Synergy running, so like, well, somewhere. I think it's running as a service, but Synergy's running, so I can like mouse out and like down into my Mac laptop. But anyway, my thing is done now, so I want to restart my application and see if it added my status bar. Electron, how about you? Do you code for a living? Is it a hobby? What brings you here? That sounded a little aggressive. I didn't mean for that to sound aggressive, but or if that did sound aggressive, I didn't mean for it to. Oh, I'm Debian, man. Yeah. I'm not a big fan of Windows either. It's just kind of what I'm here. Like, it's when I usually use Windows to develop on, it's not necessarily that I'm using Windows. I'm using Linux, and I'm kind of using Windows as like a really souped up thin client. But Debian's what I prefer. Debian's what I prefer if I'm like working on a like directly on Linux. Like if I had to pick one OS for the rest of my life, it'd probably be Debian. I'm not quite into Arch, by the way. I dig it. I like Arch, but it's a little bit hardcore for me. I do appreciate it though. But yeah, Debian's my day-to-day. How about you? Yep, there we go. 3 viewers now. Alright. Learning Python's first language. Oh, sick, yeah. Python's like a great language to start with. I also have worked quite a bit with Python. I ended up switching to Go just because I liked it. Was easier for me to like host things with Go. So like if I was building like a web server or like a web application, I just found it a bit easier. Now that Python has gotten a lot more popular the past few years with like AI tooling, specifically with like PyTorch and a lot of other things, there are a lot more options for running Python-based applications. But I like Go. And also Wails.io. So like this, what I'm using right here, this is Wails.io. So this is let me see. I'll pull up a page here. So Wails, this is the application that I'm using this is what I'm using to build this application here. And it's kind of like a Go-based Electron, if that makes sense. Here, let me see. Yeah. So it's got WebKit, some JS bindings for its Go method. It's got the JavaScript runtime, and it goes to the Go runtime. And for the most part, it's just like Electron, but it's based in Go, which I like. And it's cool too because you can build your applications for or build for as cross-platform, so Linux, Mac, OS, or Windows. Just all the same thing, and it works great. I'm a big fan of it. For building like simple applications anyway, which is kind of what I'm going for here. And it's in Go, so it's going to be pretty quick, pretty snappy. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it, and so far it's been great. I haven't really found anything that I haven't been able to do with it yet. But then again, I haven't really gotten in too deep with it. I mean, outside of some basic applications, and I build some custom applications for work and stuff too, like internal apps, and it's been really good for that. And, yeah, I'm a fan. So cool. We got our. Although it says it says I have 2 people on YouTube watching. Cool. It's just I'm watching. I have like the YouTube Studio tab open, and it says I have one concurrent viewer, although it says I have two here. So not sure which one's accurate, but kind of cool. All right. So the next thing I want to do, past streams and upcoming streams. For past streams, let's let's just go ahead and commit everything we've done so far. Give it meaningful messages. Commit messages. Meaningful commit messages. And do not co-author as Claude, because I want everybody to think I'm smart and I didn't use Claude. Everybody uses Claude now. Kind of redundant, I feel like. So, Electron, what cool things have you been building with Python? You said it's your first language. Did you get started with HTML and you're not considering HTML a language, or are you just going straight into Python? Oh, I think another cool thing too, because like I'm streaming on Twitch and YouTube. I think it'd be cool if I like merge the chats. So I have this like Streamlabs thing that whenever somebody chats, it'll like pop up and like aggregate them, like merge them into a single alert window. I think it'd be cool if I can just do that within the application. So that way I'll have to keep like looking to the right in order to like watch the chats and see what's going on. Maybe I can just have like a thing that pops up down here for chat. Or maybe like a card up here for chatters or something. Or Twitch chat versus YouTube chat, I'm not sure, but... Dang, it's already midnight too. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, a way to like read the chat, you know what I mean? Like be able to see the aggregated chat and then to be able to like check. Now, I mean, I guess this is getting a bit presumptuous. But if I had a bunch of people like chatting in the chat, it would be kind of hard to go through and say like I've read each one. But I don't know, maybe just like a checkbox or a little call to action or something on the chat, like the chat item. I don't know. Or just treat it like a normal chat. If you view it, then it just resets it. It marks them all as red. Maybe that's the move. But yeah, I definitely think you're right. We need an option to be able to like read the chats. And yeah, one thing about this too is I'm building this application entirely on on air, like on live video. So I'm not working on this off stream. It's 100% on stream. So the idea would be that you can go back in time and see any part of the build. So if there's any questions or any features or things in the application that you're like, what is this for, or what was the logic here, you should be able to go back and see what's where that was built. And you also try to learn HTML, but my brother will start from Python. I mean, I wouldn't say he's wrong. Python's definitely a great place to start. It depends on what you're trying to build. I mean, I personally think HTML is a great place to start, but if you're not really building web applications, you probably won't be using it too much. Like I said, it really comes down to what you're planning to build. Now, most applications would have some sort of web component, so it's probably good to know HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and that sort of stuff. But I'm not gonna lie, Python's a hell of a lot more fun. There's a lot more you can do with it. And if you're trying to learn a programming language, part of it is not learning the language, part of it is learning to love programming. So like, logic and design, and just the fact of being able to build some cool shit with the language that you're doing. And I mean, websites are kind of boring. I've been building them for 25 years probably, and oh god, longer than that. That's sad. I'm old, but yeah, it's pretty boring. I mean, it might be cool for people starting out, but I mean, I've been doing it since the mid 90s, so it's kind of dated for me now. And for the longest time, I always did like web application, web development, full stack dev, that sort of stuff. And I would say over the past 5 years or so, I've been getting into application development, and just recently I've been getting into game development. That's very kind of you. Yeah. Very kind of you for just saying that that's way cool, rather than being like, damn, Monk, you're so old. I see you, graybeard. You know, something like that. So I appreciate that. Not knocking on my age. But yeah, I've been in it for a long time. I mean, I started out when I was a kid, so I don't know how old you are, but I started, like, my first website I put up when I was in, like, 7th or 8th grade. It was for, like, my JV football team. And this is like, God, man. I was trying to tell, like, just the concept of I built a website was, like, a whole thing. Like, people didn't understand what I meant. You go to www.angelfire.com. You know, so it was like a whole different world. So yeah, I think starting with Python's a great place to learn. Have you built anything cool? Do you have any projects that you're proud of, or anything that you're working on? Oh shit, I'm like waiting. Here. Grouping caveat. Oh, okay, yeah, I committed everything, fine. Let's see, streams. Past streams, alright. Past streams should be listed on the streams page. Since we stream to both YouTube and Twitch, we name these streams the same thing. So we should be able to create our stream models and reference each of the channels aggregated by the title of the stream, again, which should be the same on all platforms. We should show the thumbnail and title of each past stream, along with the current live stream. Oh, you just started like a week ago? Really? That's awesome, man. I mean, I'm kind of jealous, man, because, like, no better time to start. I mean, with all the tools and stuff that are out there between Claude and ChatGPT and Cursor and... Yeah, you young kids and your Cursors and Claude. I'm kidding. I mean, obviously I'm using the shit out of it, so... I mean, everybody is. If someone says they're not, they're lying to you. Or they're just behind times and dinosaur. Alright, live stream. And see, what I want to do here is I want to capture all these past live streams, and I need to be able to like grab the audio from all of them, because I want to like take the audio and then use Whisper, probably Whisper. There's also DeepGram and a few other ones too, but Whisper's free, and I want to be able to basically build the transcript from my previous streams, and so that way I kind of know what I've been working on. And the long-term idea would be that I can take those transcripts, and then based on that and the timestamps of what's happening, I should hopefully or theoretically be able to make like bookmarks of my content, so that way I can easily go back and create, I can create clips or short form videos, or just like timestamps for the video. So if I want to go back and edit a long form video, I'd be able to do that. Ideally, it would all be automated. Like, the thing I'm building is going to be eventually become like a AI producer. So like, it'll be sort of running in real time. It'll have a bot that's in the channel. You'll be able to talk to it and get, ask questions. Like if somebody comes in and like, what are you building? It'd be able to like tell them. 12th grade, learning Python. What do you think I should focus on in my school? With learning Python, because it's my last year in school. Well, if you're in 12th grade and you're learning Python and you're sort of doing it on your own, I think you're already ahead of the curve, man. What you should focus on, AI tooling in general, that's the big thing. You still need to understand what you're doing and what you're building. So you really just build stuff and try to understand what it is that you're building and how people are going to be using it. Just getting experience with, using different tools, using different hosting platforms, trying to understand the product or what it is that you're building end to end. So like, how is it going to be used? How many people are going to be using it? Security, that's a big thing. That's, definitely a big thing. Not like, to go into like network security or do anything crazy like that, but just being security aware is a big thing. Just having good operational security. Git, like version control, that's a big thing. It's kind of apart from coding, but it allows you to maintain. So like, this is, I just set it up. So 1 second, I'll show you. So Git is GitHub is a service. It's not like straight Git. There's Bitbucket, there's GitLab, there's Git, there's GitHub's just the most common one, but it allows you to save your code in a place, like in a repository, and it gives you versions for the files. So like, there's only been one commit on this repo so far. Actually, I think there's been more than that. Let me refresh. No, it's still just one. I haven't pushed up my other commits, but as you make changes to files and things like that, it gets saved. So like, it saves all the previous versions in your history. And with AI, it's really helpful, because if anything breaks, or you want to know like when things changed and why, it's just really good, and it just saves your ass. It's like, understanding version control is a guaranteed, and that doesn't matter what language you're learning. If you're learning Python, you still need to learn Git and version control. So that's probably a good one, I would say, to focus on, is just version control in general. And I don't know, you might already know all about it. It's something that a lot of like really seasoned old school people still don't even use. That's awesome. No, that's the way to do it, man. Do it all at the same time. The command line, I'd say that's another thing. Like, if you're using Git, you can use something like Git Tower, or the GitHub app, and there's a lot of tools that make it easy for you. When I got started, when I got started, I had my own agency, and I was like I said agency, I'm using that term very loosely. I built websites for people in my local community and like small businesses and that sort of thing. So I guess technically I was an agency, but it was like just me. So it's kind of hard to call yourself an agency as a solo developer. We also like worked on computers and stuff too, so like built gaming rigs and installed home networks and a whole bunch of stuff like that. So I did have somebody else working with me in that regard, but I was the only developer. And yeah, I mean, I got into like e-commerce and a whole bunch of stuff, but part of it was too, I was trying to like maximize how much money I was making, like as a company. So one of the things I wanted to do, or at least one of the things I wanted to learn early on, was hosting. So I wanted to like host my own, I didn't need to go pay GoDaddy money. I could set up the server myself and I could collect the money, which more of a headache than it's worth in the long run. But when I got into that, it was like, okay, well, I need to learn Linux. I need to learn the command line because I'm working on a server that's on a rack somewhere in a data center. Like, I don't have access to be able to like look at it, look at a GUI. So I need to understand how the command line works. So that was the approach that I went, and because of that, just by default, I kind of became a full stack developer. But that was like the motivation behind it. And I think that was invaluable. Just being familiar with the command line is a big thing. Operating systems in general, I mean, can't go wrong with Mac OS. That's probably where I would tell most people to start with for programming and development. I mean, you're going to have the best compatibility there. Another thing I would look into is, and again, it depends on what you're doing. If you're building web applications, it's more important, but if you're building Python applications, probably building locally on your machine, like through your virtual environments and Pantheon would probably make more sense. But if you're building like web applications, learning a local development, or getting familiar with like a local development platform like DDev or something like that is really helpful. And the cool thing about that is like all your environment variables and configuration stuff can be baked into code, so that way you can push it up to GitHub and version control it and do all that stuff. All right, so I've just finished that. Let me go in here and restart this. And what we're hoping to see here is some past streams. Boom, look at that, episode 4. Episode 4 live. Oh, see, I have live and this is in front of that. Okay, so this is such a dumb edge case. I'm hard coding into this thing. My YouTube video titles have that in front, where my Twitch titles do not. Can we set this so that we how do I do this? So I've got part 1, part 2. Okay, let's do this a little different. Do not. Can we set this to look at the go live time for each past stream? This should account for streams having different titles. We can look at the stream duration, dates, and go live time to determine if they are a part of the same stream. Note that the duration may not be exact, and we need to have a configuration for the margin of error. This should be a part of the settings page within a new streams tab within settings. And what we're trying to do here is I've got these different streams. They all have different titles, but they're the same stream. Like this even though my image is broken. Like this stream and this stream is the same one. Wait, what does YouTube show? Oh shit. Okay, so I have the live down here. Okay, cool. Here, let me... What'd you say? Do you know how I can use Claude on the terminal just like you in Linux? Without subscription, like a free version of Claude. Yeah, you can't, unfortunately. So Claude Code is what you're talking about, and Claude Code is only available through the Pro, Max, Enterprise team plans. And you can't use them the free version. There are free LLMs out there. So there's Odysseus, which is a newer one. It's a little bit slower. It's not going to be as sharp as the frontier models, but still pretty good. It's going to be a little slower, and it really depends on what hardware you have. But that's pretty cool because it runs entirely local. It can do some coding, and not bad. And it does, you do have the ability to use it from the command line and from a desktop, like from a web UI. And it does have like support for MCP and stuff. So Odysseus, it's actually built by a guy named PewDiePie. If you're in the 12th grade, this kind of feels weird to say, but he was an older YouTuber. He was real popular. You probably still know him. I'm sure everybody still knows PewDiePie. But it's his application, his service, and he's got a few recent videos out about it, and it's really cool to look into. That's one I would look into. It's not Claude Code though, so it's not going to be Opus 4.8 or Fable or anything like that, but it's free and it is pretty powerful for what it is. That's Odysseus. Let me see if I can find it. Odysseus LLM. Yeah, I think this is it here. Is that it? Yeah, this is it. Here, I'll drop it in the chat. I just got a notification that I sent on my own chat. But yeah, that's one to look into. And there's, if you like, just go to YouTube and look for Odysseus, you'll see PewDiePie's videos on them. It's worth checking out if you haven't already. I really wish I could do the game development on stream. I mean, I can, but it just takes so long for prompts to process. I mean, especially if you're trying to debug something. I mean, you might be working on it for like 2 hours. Probably not as long if you're better with game development. I'm new to game development, so I don't really know how to prompt it very well. But it works, and works pretty good. Built a couple of demos with it. Nothing crazy, but kind of like a Sims game and a little first-person shooter. But it's all done with AI. It's all done with, like, you know, NLP, natural language prompt, like chat. You know. Dang, it's already almost 12:30. I'm going to have to call it soon. Yeah, it's funny, but when I started doing these streams, I was like, midnight. Midnight is my hard cutoff, because I gotta like wake up early in the morning, take my kids to, you know, the sitters or school mostly, but it's summertime, so it's like babysitters or camp or something like that. Then I have to get to work. So it's like, I work from home, you know, so it's not a big deal. I'm literally sitting right here, but it's still pretty early. And as previously mentioned, I'm old, so I used to be able to, you know, play through on a little amount of sleep, but not anymore.
Yeah, Electron, man, I invite you to sub and ring the bell. I mean, it feels kind of cheesy to say, but you should definitely do it, man, because I'm going to be... I'm trying to stream every night. I usually work on stuff like this every night, and I can't sometimes. I mean, like last night I ended up having to... I was up late with my kids, so I ended up having to sleep. I fell asleep. But most nights, if I'm available, I will be streaming this, so... You want to come back, hang out, talk coding, and watch some stuff? Watch me build some stuff. That'd be cool. Or not. I mean, it's up to you. Stream matching. Alright, so now... 2 things I want to test here. The first one is the stream matching. So like it'll match the streams. But the second one is I want it to make sure that this stays connected. So it didn't before, and I had to reconnect. So hoping now that it just stays connected whenever it restarts the application. Yep. Episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4. Goes to the commit this and push changes. Do not co-author as Claude. Austin. This page that allows us select a stream item and see the page for the stream details from all channels that we streamed to. The other thing too is that these name separations, the problem is, the challenge now is of like, I haven't really had any consistency between the two. The idea is that future streams, like if I plan a stream, like using the app, it'll have, like, that will create the index for the stream itself, and then it'll just add each individual channel as a reference to the main stream. So like at that point, it really wouldn't matter what the title of the stream is called, because it's started by, you know, creating as a plan and creating the stream in the application. It'll be able to group it that way. Because ultimately, I wouldn't be pressing go live in OBS. I'd be doing it from this application and using the OBS API, the WebSocket API. I'll be able to go live that way instead. Oops. It's almost 12:30, and what I wanted to do was fix my episode card. I've got this episode card on OBS. Here, I'll show it to you real quick. Alright, this is what it looks like. And that card shows like the episode information, like the episode number and the description. Now I forgot to edit it today, so it still says episode 3 when we're on episode 4 now. But I want to have it set up to where that is maintained from the application, so that way I can have like the description and the title as part of the stream. Like when I go to plan a stream, it'll have it listed there, and whatever it says there, will just, that's what the episode slide or scene will say. Keep forgetting I need to put the microphone like right in front of my mouth. Let me take a look at my usage. So I haven't been too heavy on it. % of Fable use. Nice. You can just call me Will. Will makes. Will's fine though. Yeah, that's cool, man, that you're getting into programming. I love that. I definitely enjoy it. I mean, obviously I'm doing this on my own time outside of work, and I do it all day for work, so I just like talking about it. And like, I mean, I do a lot of like mentorship and community stuff too, so like next week I'm speaking at a UNC and doing a presentation or a talk on it's like some custom module stuff with Drupal, but that'll be fun. And that'll be recorded. I might actually work on that presentation at some point on a future stream, like between now and, well, probably now and Saturday, the 4th, just because presentation slides are due on the 4th, so I need to get them done. And I've given the presentation before, but I just gotta like update it. It's about a Drupal module called Audit Export project. And if you're getting into Python and you skipped HTML, this is probably going to be useless to you. There's also a WordPress plugin. So wordpress.org/ wait, there. And they're basically the same thing. I don't think so. It's not gonna be live, but it will be recorded. So, and the recordings are usually put up pretty quick, like the next day or so. So where it won't be live, it will be recorded, so I can like drop a link if you want to check out. But this module and plugin, basically what it does, if you have a Drupal site or a WordPress site, it'll go through and audit it, and it creates a bunch of reports. So it just has like, I think it's 8 out of the box for WordPress. Yeah, 8 reports for WordPress, 9 for Drupal. And this gives you some basic information of the site. Connects to AI. There's like there's a tool API with Drupal, and there's something similar for WordPress. And there's command line. You can run it from the command line to get the reports. It's just a way to get out information that's pretty unique to a site. Because I worked in support for a long time, so like I worked for a company that people who own websites would hire our company to come in and provide support for the website. So sometimes, most of the time, the sites that I worked on, I didn't build, other people built them, and I just had to pick it up. I do have a Discord server. I don't think there's literally anybody in it, so if there's a good chance that you might be the first person. Maybe not. I feel like one other person in there. It's like the most boring server on the planet right now, dude. There's no channels or anything, but I'll send you an invite. Here, I'll drop it here in chat. More than welcome to join. But I will warn you, it is the most boring server on the planet right now. But if you want to join it and ask some questions, or you have any questions or anything like that, man, definitely hit me up. On stream too, like if you wanted to ring the bell, I don't know if you were in there when I mentioned that, but if you want to ring the bell, I want to try to go live. Try to do it more often. I mean, like I work on this stuff pretty much every night, so the idea is that I would do that, or go live while I'm working on it. And this project that I'm working on is, it's all for the stream. So I'm not working on it offline or anything like that. Alright, so I've added some more stuff. And what we're doing here is a stream details page. So now I should be able to select one of these. And it has both of them. Total views, dope, channels, duration, date. Went live. Yeah, see, it got my margin of error there, which I didn't. Did it set that to? Streams, margin of error. 5 minutes, okay. Cool. So plus or minus 5 minutes. And see, here's another thing too. It would be nice if I could like come in sort of after the fact and group these together. Weird, so did it only stream to Twitch? It's 3 minutes and 11 seconds. It's 9 minutes and 9 seconds. Weird. Oh, sick. Oh yeah, there you are. US Toxic. Nice. Oh man, you got a sick little background. The galaxy? Or the star field? It's pretty dope. In another life, I also worked in an observatory and was really big into astrophotography many, many years ago, but that's another passion of mine. Separate section for YouTube and Twitch. What do you mean, like the past streams have like a tab for YouTube and a tab for Twitch? Be able to like separate them, maybe? Or have like a filter or something? can see that. See, the idea is that like each stream is like an object, and then where it gets streamed to, like the channel, that's its own separate object, but like it references it. So like this stream, it's on YouTube and Twitch, but I kind of want to group them together. I kind of want to have them as like one thing. I mean, I still want to be able to separate the data and like do all that, but as far as like the event, I kind of want it to be a single thing. But it's not working for like right here for some reason. But I think it's more of a byproduct of like I don't really have a way to group things right now. Or I didn't really have a way to group things at this point. So like, if I plan a stream and I start a stream from the application, I can group them that way. And if I group them that way, then they always should be grouped. And then I wouldn't run into things like this where I have like multiple episode 2s. And the reason why I have multiple episode 2s is because this was the first time I was multi-streaming on episode 2 a couple nights ago. And I started out and it was working fine, but then I had like drop frames and a bunch of stuff like that. And I had to like start and stop for YouTube to like reapply some settings, and that's why. And then I've got it working, so that's why this last one has both. And I mean, ideally, I should probably just like delete these two, but it had some information in it, so I didn't want to. I just didn't want to straight up delete it, you know. But maybe if I could like somehow select these. See, I do have them separated here. If I click, so I want to watch on the stream. Okay. Here, I want to do this. We are grouping streams based on the time, duration, date, but sometimes this breaks. We need a way to select from the past streams, or toggle? No. Select checkbox. I'll call it checkbox for now. I can like work with styling later, but call it checkbox. Prior stream or past streams. And when selected, we should be presented with a CTA in the top right that allows us to group the streams together. This shouldn't be an issue down the road, as we will eventually launch and reference the channels for a stream from the application, but since this is the Dark Ages is like a term within my project, because like eventually it's going to be collecting everything, all the transcripts and past stream information, all that stuff, but currently it's not. So I'm currently in the Dark Ages, where it's kind of like it doesn't have visibility into all this stuff. Eventually it will, and that's when I come out of the Dark Ages, but right now I'm in the Dark Ages, which it just does not automatically group. We may need to resolve this manually. Sure. And we'll see what that does. Yeah, if you're looking to get like command line Claude code, Odysseus, or like local LLM, or Gwen, or Llama. I mostly work with frontier models, so like it's pretty much just the Claude ecosystem. I have done some work with like local models, and it's really cool. And that's something too, if you haven't done, fire up a local model and like purposefully disconnect your computer from the internet and then get a reply from the AI. That's trippy. Like I remember the first time I did that, like where I got a local model working and I was able to like, you know, use AI just on my own hardware, disconnect the internet connection and do it then. And it's like pretty wild. Like it's cool, it's powerful. You know, like once you kind of figure out how to do it and, you know how to build agents and, you know, I mean, if you're working on Python and you're learning Linux, I mean, you're going to be there soon. I think the biggest thing for you, man, would be just like keep it fun. Don't over stress yourself. Don't try to like worry about learning everything. Just enjoy it. And the more you enjoy it and the more fun it is, the faster the other stuff will come. I think Python's a great place to start. I would still recommend going and like at least learning a little bit about HTML, CSS, some Sass compilers or SCSS compilers and JavaScript and that sort of thing. But I mean, there's AI now, so I mean, it handles most of that stuff for you. But it's good to know how it works. Because if you know how it works, then you can prompt a lot better. You know, like if you know how to architect stuff, then, you know, using the tools just it becomes that much more powerful. Yeah, and if you ever have any questions, man, don't be afraid to hit me up in Discord. I do intend to be on stream a lot, so hopefully here, but Discord's there for a reason. So is your brother into programming too? Yeah, it's actually kind of cool. I got somebody in my Discord server now. I think I created this thing 6 years ago. Like, I haven't had hardly anybody. I've had like a friend join, and that's it. So cool to have somebody, a fresh name in the chat. But I'll need to like set up some channels and do some things to hook it up. Cool. Or I mean, if you just want to share some projects and stuff too, you build something that you're pretty stoked about. It's always cool to show it off. Yeah, I'm gonna have to hard stop in about 15 minutes here. Already an hour past, by the way. I want to do a thing, like a fun thing too, where at midnight, because I have like it'll be connected to OBS, and you know it'll be able to effectively control everything with an OBS. So I want to have it set up to where, you know, if I set like a hard stop time, like I've got a special scene that just like comes on and like it's red lights or something and plays a siren or something like that. Or it's kind of like 10 minutes till it just like starts a countdown or something. That'd be fun. It's like rushing to get whatever it is done. Nice. That's cool, man. That's super cool to have an older brother that's into that and kind of following that footsteps. I mean, a lot of people are saying it's a bad time to get in software. I couldn't disagree more. I mean, I think it's the perfect time to get into it. I mean, you can learn pretty much anything you want with the help of AI. Alright, commit and push this, no co-author, yes. Alright, so now we will restart. And what I'm hoping to see is like a way to group these streams together now. Which I do have checkboxes. But I can't check this live one here. For whatever reason, it's still separating the two, YouTube and Twitch. Episode 2. Episode 2. Group these streams. A little bit better, I guess. This is kind of weird, though. I don't know what it means by let's wire up the OBS stream controls to the streams page. Actually, I think I know exactly what that means. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. And there's also a what seems to be a bug on my live stream card on the streams page. Doesn't seem to want to group YouTube and Twitch. I need to have a card. So if I click this, it doesn't go into it. I can go into that one, which is weird. You have a separate Twitch card, as well as an aggregated Twitch and YouTube card. The current live stream card should also have a stream details page where I can get information about the current or get detailed information about the current live stream. We should also have a chat section that aggregates our chat between all channels and displays the chat history along with an icon for the channel source for the chatter, YouTube or Twitch. Actually, YouTube, Twitch, etc. And the reason why I'm doing it that way is because I want to indicate that it's eventually be Kick, it'll be like Facebook video, it'll be like Instagram video, it'll be all of them, because I want to, get everything formatted for vertical and much other stuff too. That's down the road, but I don't want to put, code myself into a corner and just have it like Twitch or YouTube. It should be like Twitch, YouTube, or whatever else comes behind it. So it's more of an abstraction. So this will probably be the last prompt for tonight. I want to see what this does, and I want to make sure that all my code is committed. And yeah, it looks like, yeah, there's about 11 commits. See what kind of commit messages it's dropping. Timing base, yeah, that's good. See, the good thing about this is like I can come back to the version control and see like what changed exactly, and here's my commit message along with it. So that way, now eventually, once I guess come out of the dark ages and things are a little less Wild West, I won't be committing everything to main. I'll be using like proper branches and pull requests and that sort of thing to make sure that everything is being properly grouped up. So like larger features should be, tied to a pull request. So it's like one big set of changes, but it's still Wild West and Dark Ages. So main it is, doing it live, kind of. So yeah. And this is nuts. I mean, like the amount of work that I've done tonight, which doesn't feel like a lot, but like 5 years ago. Yeah. I'll come over here. Actually, I'll do both. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Electron. I appreciate the chat, and yeah, man, good luck, and I hope to see you in a future stream. And yeah, hit me up on Discord if you have any questions. Thanks, man. You have a good one. Yeah, I'm gonna be out of here pretty soon myself. I've got to already almost an hour past my hard stop time. Which is cool. I like that's fine. Can't be too much later though. I think this might actually be the longest stream to date with this channel. Pull this over here. almost done. Scene switching, recording, audio, stream stop. I'll do this later, or probably tomorrow, but these checkboxes, I only want to see them whenever I mouse over the card. Without it, it's kind of hard to tell it's there. Alright. Right at 1 AM. Let's see if it fixes it. Nice. There we go. Open channel. Stream view so far is 8. YouTube says 10. I mean, that works for me though, right? That's awesome. All right, let me see if this chat works over here. So, test. Sick. Hell yeah. Aggregated chat. That's what I'm talking about. Stop streaming. Switcher, recording and play out audio mixer. 3, 4. I mean, this needs some work. I mean, it needs to be updated to where it's probably like its own tab or something like within the chat, or maybe there's like a current live stream section or something. That's cool. All right, well, I think that's going to do it for me tonight. So I, again, thank you everybody who stopped by and chatted. It's pretty much just Electron, but thanks for any lurkers here too, or anybody who's catching it at a later date. We will try to be on again tomorrow night. Be sure to subscribe and ring the bell, and you get some notifications when we go live. Again, this entire app is being developed live, so you want to follow along the build progress, maybe share some ideas, It's open source, so you will be able to download it and use it. So it's not exclusive to me, but yeah. So anyway, it's way past my bedtime, and I will catch you all later. Thanks. Have a good night. Peace. Yeah, see, I need to turn off that first. I need to go back here. And let's try that again.